On Tuesday, President-elect Trump tweeted thanks to General Motors and Walmart for, quote, starting the big jobs push back into the U.S. Are those companies reacting to the president-elect's call for new jobs in America? Let's bring in CNN chief business correspondent and CNN anchor of Early Start, Christine Romans, and CNN business correspondent, host of Quest Means Business, Richard Quest, with a winter wonderland backdrop.
Living large in Davos.
You look great. All right, there are all of these different companies. We started with Carrier Air Conditioning, obviously, Christine. Then there's been General Motors, there's been Walmart, there's been Ford. There's a handful that, since Mr. Trump has been elected, have announced that they are keeping jobs or adding jobs here in the U.S. Is this the Trump effect, Christine?
This is the Trump effect in that they have completely changed their PR, many of these companies, their public relations. They want to demonstrate to this president-elect that they are creating jobs in this country, have been investing in this country, and they want to de-emphasize their growth overseas, and they want to re-emphasize that, hey, we've always been growing here all along. Amazon announcing big jobs growth, right? Well, Amazon already was growing very strongly. You look at Walmart, emphasizing big job gains, big job additions. It already has been adding jobs.
Now they're touting it in a way they didn't a year ago.
All right, but so what does that mean?
America first, right? They're saying, oh, yes, America first, Mr. President.
But what does that mean, though, in terms of, Richard, let's bring you in on this. The president-elect tweeting this morning, attacking another media outlet, that they're saying, he's saying it's fake news if you report that these companies aren't keeping jobs here or making jobs here because of him. Is it because of him, or is that spin now that he's playing into?
It is a bit of both, and the president-elect will love what I'm about to say to you. Less than 15 minutes ago, standing next to me was Carlos Ghosn, the chief executive of RenaultNissan. And I asked him exactly this question. How was he changing his plans as a result of Donald Trump? And he said, yes, we are taking into account the fact that there may be tariffs from imported vehicles, that the president-elect wants to create more jobs. So I said to him, well, you haven't announced anything yet, Mr. Ghosn. When are you going to? And he said, we will. We will, he said. There is no question in his mind that they are going to adapt their business strategy to account for the new reality in Washington. And what Christine says is absolutely correct. All the other companies have done, who haven't had a chance to formulate a plan, is they've adopted the PR strategy and shoved it to the top.
Look, they want to be at this. They want a seat at the table when there's tax reform, right? When there's infrastructure spending. They want to be in the good graces of this administration because they know things are coming. I mean, you've got, for the first time in 10 years, a Republican in the White House, both houses of Congress. So they think something's going to happen. What I'm not clear about is what tax reform is going to look like. Everybody wants it. These companies want a big corporate tax rate cut, right? They're worried about outright tariffs, but they would like to see a big top-line rate cut.
But they already pay a rate of about 12–14%.
Right.
I mean, the nominal rate is higher than that, but the effective rate is much lower.
That's why they want to have a seat at this table, right? And so there's something that's called the border adjustment tax that you've heard the House Ways and Means A Better Way plan has. Donald Trump has suggested the Wall Street Journal he doesn't really like that way. We don't know what it's going to look like. Is it going to be a border adjustment tax, which would disincentivize moving production overseas? It changes how the tax treatment of imports and exports. Would it be just an overall tariff, something business do not want a big tariff? You know, they want to have a voice in that discussion. That's why they're letting the president know we're going to promote our jobs in the U.S. right now, Mr. President.
Richard, his words have had another ripple effect. He has told the Wall Street Journal in a recent interview, our dollar is too strong. And sure enough, we have a graph. The dollar is dropping. Do you believe this is the Trump effect?
Oh, yes, yes, and a big yes after that. Christine and I could stay in our sleep the famous phrase, a strong dollar's in the best interests of the United States. We've heard it at every G7, G8, G20, every statement from the Treasury Secretary for our entire careers. I was talking to Larry Summers, former Treasury Secretary, a short while ago, and I asked Secretary Summers, I said, look, what do you make of Donald Trump saying a weaker dollar would be better? He sort of, there's a slight gasp, and he sort of says, it's unwise. The rubric and the rhetoric of a strong dollar has been around for 2 decades. And Donald Trump's use of this phrase now to talk down the dollar, still too early to know whether he's what actually wants a managed dollar decline. But if he's not very careful, that's exactly what he's going to get.
Well, in fairness to him, once he takes office, he's going to have to explain why he wants a weaker dollar, what he thinks that'll mean for the economy, and he has to have a chance to lay that out.
Christine, Richard, thank you very much. Fun to hear you speak in unison.